विश्वव्यापी महामारीको कारणले लकडाउनमा परि मनरा सिसवा नगरपालिका अन्तर्गतका विद्यार्थीहरूको पठन पाठन अवरोध भएको अवस्थामा यस ग्यालेक्सी सेकेन्डरी इंग्लिश बोर्डिङ स्कूल प्राली मनरा 1 महत्रीले भोलिको राष्ट्रका कर्णधार विद्यार्थीहरूका लागि संवेदनशील भई प्रविधि मैत्री शिक्षाको प्रयोग गरेर प्रत्येक अभिभावक शिक्षक र प्रत्येक घर विद्यालय नाराका साथ अन्य च्यानल नम्बर 26 तथा अनलाइनको माध्यमबाट नेपाल सरकारको पाठ्यक्रममा आधारित कक्षा नर्सरीदेखि कक्षा 10 सम्मका भर्चुअल क्लास सञ्चालन गरेको सर्वसाधारणमा जानकारी गराइन्छ। ग्यालेक्सी सेकेन्डरी इंग्लिश बोर्डिङ स्कूल मनरा 1 सम्पर्क नम्बर 98 440 30923 त्यस्तै 98 168 93 730। प्रायोजक क्रिएटिभ एन्टरटेनमेन्ट वर्ल्ड प्राली काठमाडौँ।
Everyone, I am going to teach you about the circulatory system. First of all, what is the circulatory system? So, circulatory system is the transport system of the body, which carry oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, toxic metabolite, etc. from one part of the body to another. So, first of all, what is the circulatory system? It is the transport system of the body. It is the circulatory system is the vehicle of our body which carry oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, the food which we eat and get nutrients from the food. So it's carry nutrients. Then toxic metabolite means all the metabolic wastage, etc. from one part of the body to another part of the body. So it carry oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients, all the toxic wastage from body to other parts. So then what are the component of circulatory system? The component of circulatory system are heart, blood and blood vessels. So first of all, I am going to describe about the heart. So here is our heart. This is the external surface of the heart. Ongoing marking. This is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, this is right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle, and this is left ventricle. and the middle part which separate the right ventricle and left ventricle is interventricular septum. Interventricular system. Then this is brachiocephalic artery. This is left common carotid artery. Here the A denotes artery. This is left subclavian artery. Then this is left subclavian artery. Here A denotes artery. This is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery, and here this is pulmonary vein. Here, this is the external surface of the heart. This is superior vena cava. I'm going to repeat again. This is superior vena cava. This is inferior vena cava, and the heart is 4 chamber, 2 auricle and 2 ventricle. So this is the right side of the heart, and this is the left side of the heart. So right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle and left ventricle, and these ventricles are separated by interventricular system. So the heart has 4 chamber, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. What's the function of these vena cava? Superior vena cava receives blood from upper surface of the upper part of the body, from here the heart, from above neck, thorax, abdomen, head, thorax region. It receives the blood, deoxygenated blood. Inferior vena cava receives blood from below the heart, such as diaphragm, stomach, pelvis, lower leg. Then this blood come into right auricle. Then after a right auricle, the blood goes to right ventricle. Here the valve is present. The valve known as tricuspid valve. And here then the blood reaches to right ventricle, then goes up to the lungs and up through pulmonary artery. And then after the lungs, it backs to left auricle through pulmonary vein, and then reaches to left ventricle, and then gets pumped to the different part of the body. So first of all, what do you mean by heart? Heart is muscular pumping structure. So where heart is located? It is located in left side of thorax. This is our thorax, in between two lungs. I'm going deep. Its actual location is below the sternum, second to sixth intercostal cartilage, and in front of thoracic fifth to thoracic eighth vertebra. So first of all, what is the heart? Heart is a muscular pumping structure present in the left side of the thorax, in between the two lungs. Its actual position is below the sternum. This is our sternum, where this thoracic cage meets, and between below 2 to 6 intercostal cartilages, and in front of T5 to T8 thoracic vertebra. So the heart is covered by a membrane called pericardium. So a fibrous membrane that covers the heart, this is known as pericardium. This is known as pericardium. And the muscle of heart, the muscles of heart is called myocardium. And here in pericardium, below the in space between the pericardium, a fluid is present. This fluid is circulatory system, is also called as the color system of our body. Circulatory system of our body is of two types. Pulmonary circulation So there is two types of circulatory system present in our body. One name is pulmonary circulation and the another name is systemic circulation. So first of all, what is pulmonary circulation? So first of all, pulmonary circulation. The word pulmonary indicates lungs. So in case of pulmonary circulation, there is involvement of lungs, but in case of systemic circulation, there is no involvement of lungs. The blood from heart goes to lungs and then again back to heart, and after the distribution to a different part of the body, it again comes to the heart. So in pulmonary circulation, there is involvement of lungs. So this is our lungs. Okay. So this is our heart. Ongoing, heart has 4 chambers: right auricle, left auricle, and right ventricle and left ventricle. So I am going to take only the compartments of heart. Right auricle, left auricle, right ventricle and left ventricle. So these are the chamber of heart. Okay. So in case of pulmonary circulation, first of all, superior vena cava receives blood from different part of the body and drains into right auricle. Okay. So this is a smallest lower part of the heart. So here is superior vena cava and there is inferior vena cava. I'm going this like this. So for superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, there is pooling of blood, pooling of blood from different part of the body and gets drained into right auricle. So the blood from right auricle goes to right ventricle. Here a valve is present. Having 3 cups, 1, 2 and 3. 3 cups known as tricuspid. And from right ventricle the blood goes to lungs. The blood goes to lungs through the artery known as pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. The only one artery that carry deoxygenated blood in our body is pulmonary artery. And after the lungs, the blood from the lungs reaches to left auricle. Left auricle through a vein known as pulmonary vein. Pulmonary. So through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, the blood gets reached to right auricle. Then after right auricle, the blood goes downward through tricuspid. The valve present in between right auricle and right ventricle is known as tricuspid. One is tricuspid. Why it is called tricuspid? Because it has 3 cups, 1, 2 and 3. And after going downward, right ventricle through pulmonary artery, it goes to the lungs. On going to the lungs, the deoxygenated blood get oxygenated, and after going to the lungs, then it returns to left auricle through a vein known as pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein is the only vein that carry oxygenated blood, and here the pulmonary artery is the only artery that carry deoxygenated blood in our body. All the artery carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, and all the vein carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. So the oxygenated blood reaches to left auricle. Then after left auricle, the blood goes downward, and the cups, here is also a valve present. A valve present having 2 cups. This is the left side of it. So the 2 cups, so this is known as bicuspid. So the valve present between left auricle and left ventricle is known as bicuspid, and the valve present between right auricle and right ventricle is known as tricuspid. What is the function of the valve? The main function of the valve is to prevent the backflow of the blood, backflow of blood. So the blood, when reaches to right auricle and goes to right ventricle, then the blood does not goes back to right auricle, and when it reaches to the lungs and after reaching to left auricle, the blood reaches to left ventricle, then does not get back to left auricle. So through left auricle, blood is distributed to different part of the body. Okay, so another thing is that the wall of left ventricle is slightly thicker than left ventricle because it has to pump the blood all over the body. Okay, so first of all, from different part of the body, the blood comes to right auricle, then right ventricle, then goes to the lungs through pulmonary artery, then back to the left auricle through pulmonary vein, then it goes to left ventricle, and then pump to different part of the body throughout over time. Okay, so when the blood from right ventricle goes to lungs and again back to left auricle, so this is known as pulmonary circulation. Here the blood goes to the lungs and return back to the heart. So from heart blood goes to lungs and again return to heart. This is known as pulmonary circulation. And what is the systemic circulation? Systemic circulation, the blood from left ventricle get oxygenated blood. The blood present in left ventricle is oxygenated blood, so it get distributed all over the body, and after distributed to all over the body, then the tissue get perfused and get deoxified and again back to right auricle through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So the blood from left ventricle get distributed to different part of the body, and after deoxygenify it get returns to right auricle. So this is known as systemic circulation from left ventricle to right auricle, and from right ventricle to goes lungs and again back to left auricle. This is known as pulmonary circulation. So in pulmonary circulation there is involvement of lungs and heart, but in systemic circulation the blood goes from heart, pumped from the heart and back to the heart. So there is no involvement of lungs. In systemic circulation there is no involvement of lungs, there is no any role of lungs. So we can say that what do you mean by pulmonary circulation? Pulmonary circulation. So blood from different part of the body, write it down. Blood from different part of the body gets drained into right auricle, then goes to right ventricle, and from right ventricle goes to lungs through pulmonary artery it goes to lungs, and through pulmonary vein through pulmonary vein it backs to left auricle. So this is known as pulmonary circulation. This is known as pulmonary circulation. Again I am repeating back. What is the pulmonary circulation? Blood from different parts of the body get drained into right auricle through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. With the help of tricuspid valve, it goes downward to right ventricle. Okay, through right ventricle it goes to the lungs. Here the heart and here is lungs. So it goes to lungs in order to oxyfy, because here the deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body get drained into right auricle, and after going to the lungs it get perfused with oxygenated blood, and with the help of pulmonary vein it again drain back to the heart with the help of pulmonary vein in left auricle, and after left auricle then it goes downward with the help of valve. Here the valve present is known as bicuspid valve, also known as mitral valve. Mitral valve, also known as what? Mitral valve. This is also known as mitral valve. And left ventricle, and through the left ventricle the oxygenated blood get distributed to all over the body. Here the wall of left ventricle is slightly thicker than compared to others, as you can see here. So why is this? This is due to it is thicker due to the left ventricle has to pump the oxygenated blood to different part of the body. So this is known as pulmonary circulation. There is involvement of both heart and the lungs. But in case of circulation, okay, blood from left ventricle, okay, blood from what? Left ventricle get distributed throughout the body. Get distributed throughout the body, and after perfusion, it again back to its drainage. It drains back to right auricle. Here are a denotes right auricle. So this is called, this is known as systemic circulation. What? This is known as systemic circulation. From left ventricle it goes to different part of the body, and after the perfusion it again back to the right auricle. So this is known as systemic circulation. Here the word term perfusion. What is perfusion? The movement of oxygen. Okay, the movement of oxygen from which we inspire in the to the lungs get perfused into the deoxygenated blood which run in our brain, and after get after get diffusion of oxygen, this is known as perfusion. Okay, so this is known as systemic circulation. So this way you can classify systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, and movement of blood flow. So note it down. All arteries carry oxygenated blood, but there is one small exception. This is known as pulmonary artery. But pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood from left ventricle to the lungs. Carry deoxygenated blood. Carry deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs. There is also one artery which is present during womb in a fetus of mother. The artery name is umbilical. During fetus, umbilical artery. Also, umbilical artery also carry deoxygenated blood, and all vein carry. What is the function of vein? The function of vein is to carry deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein which carry deoxygenated blood from lungs to, which carry oxygenated blood from lungs to left auricle. Okay. And another during fetus, when you are in the womb of mother, there is also artery known as umbilical artery which carry deoxygenated blood, and another vein, umbilical vein, which carry oxygenated blood. So the working mechanism of heart, how the heart works. Heart, there is the pumping pumping of blood is due to systemic contraction and relaxation of muscles of heart. The pumping of blood is due to systemic contraction and relaxation of heart muscles. What is the name of heart muscles? Myocardium. Okay. So, first of all, there is contraction of both right auricle and left auricle. So, due to contraction, the tricuspid valve open and the blood of higher pressure goes down to right ventricle, and the blood from pulmonary vein coming through the lungs, which get drainage into the left auricle. Due to contraction, it also goes. There is systemic contraction, and after the contraction there must be relaxation. So in case of relaxation, the blood which comes to right ventricle after get contraction, relaxation, so it's move upward, then the blood from right ventricle pump upward into the lungs, and the blood that present in left ventricle will also get distributed in different part of the body. Okay, the pumping of blood is mainly due to the systemic contraction. If contraction occurs, then here relaxation occurs at the same time. The normal, have you learned about the blood pressure? So what is the blood pressure? The pressure exerted by blood in the blood vessels is known as blood pressure. The normal BP, also known as blood pressure. The normal blood pressure of healthy individual is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. So here 120 is systolic and here this is diastolic. So this is systolic and this is diastolic blood pressure.